Hi, my name is Judy Trusz, and I work at Lancaster Lebanon IU 13. I'm the non-public math consultant, and I work in the Student Services Department, which is in instructional services. I have several different parts to my job. I'm a technology integrator, an instructional coach, and I am the go-to math person for 30 reading specialists that are in our pull-out Tier 2 intervention program. They're also tasked with teaching math. So I help them with that. And as a tech integrator, I am the program's Google expert and I teach coding classes using codable robots. I have one more class after this, and then, of course, my capstone project to earn my master's in ACTE in online learning, and I hope to graduate in December. I really liked listening to this podcast, and I need it because I felt like prior to this podcast, I had an addiction um, to social media, especially TikTok. So this definitely helped me. I enjoyed listening to Dr. Sanjay Gupta and for the first time hearing from Michael Rich, from the mediatrician from Boston Children's Hospital. And I realized that I'm not really addicted. Addiction is the wrong word. I um, liked hearing about this because of my own behavior. And also, I want to share some of these tips with my daughter who's 19. Now, Dr. Rich said that addiction is not a good model because the remedy for an addiction would be abstinence, and that's not what we should be doing with social media. It should really be a therapeutic goal, and that can't be abstinence. We need to figure out what psychological needs need to be met because we're really using it for self-care and self-soothing. I hate saying but I probably do this too. But that's why a lot of teens are on lots of social media. So, how should we be using these devices? That's what we heard about. And should we turn them off? And that's a definite no. I switched around the order of the three questions, and I'm going to start with what are the warning signs of things might be going wrong. And I would see these more in my daughter than me. Withdrawing from life, especially parents. Maybe staying up all night, gaming or scrolling, staying in a room. And if day-to-day functions are impaired, like maybe they eat too much or eat too little, maybe they're missing school. Now, something that I can definitely relate to, my daughter has only recently been diagnosed with ADHD, and games are distractive and really emphasize hypervigilant behaviors. Students can take control, kids can take control, and it's a way to win, which is different than what they experience in the school day. So it's definitely understandable why an ADHD kid like my daughter, she's really ADD with anxiety, really gets into a lot of social media. Now, the content that they're consuming and creating, we have to think about, is it healthy? Is it helpful? How much time is too much time? There's really no set time for that. It is all about changing one's behavior. And how can we do that? Well, first of all, we have to learn to live with social media because it's here to stay, unless, Congress decides they're going to ban TikTok, which I hope they don't. But a little part of me kind of hopes maybe they do, so that I will have to get off of it. But I need to implement some of these things, like the 13-year-old eighth grader, Allison, who set downtime for her phone from 7:30 p.m. to 8 a.m. or something like that, and also set app limits. I'm going to start doing that. And some other things that are really important for adults to do is talk to your teen. Ask them about their game. Don't just say, you know what, this is not good for you. Talk to them about it. Have them be the teacher and you be the student. It changes the power differential. That's another recommendation from Dr. Rich. But the best part that I felt was do a wellness checkup for smartphone usage and develop killer bees. Be balanced in our use, be mindful of why we use the apps, and be present with our kids, with our friends, with our family. I thought it was a fantastic, helpful podcast. I'll definitely check out more of them, especially the next one in line from Dr. Gupta. And I look forward